zkSync. Sounds like there's some kind of function, but they're launching their own blockchain. So we're gonna jump behind the green screen today. Hello, my name is Vosk, nice to meet you. And we're gonna break down just what is zkSync and how can you become eligible for this upcoming airdrop of theirs. And I think people are underestimating zkSync. It just doesn't sound interesting. It's a boring name, in my opinion. It's just a boring name. But what it is a very serious project that's been in development for quite a while. And I think that the actual interaction with their protocol will be low, which should result in a very lucrative, free, really, cryptocurrency airdrop. I'm talking thousands of dollars potentially. But enough speculation, let's dig into it. This video is not financial advice. My advice to you is to subscribe to this channel. However, let me tell you, this airdrop is programmed. It is guaranteed. It is in the code. We'll talk about that later in this video. But what is zkSync, right? Unlimited scaling, accelerating the mass adoption of crypto for personal sovereignty, right? They got 5 magical ingredients. It's EVM compatible. What does that mean? That means that it's another blockchain that you can load into MetaMask. That's the simple version of it. They've been building zkSync 2.0 with their own mainnet, and that's really where their own token kind of gets involved, comes to life, enters this world, and us little airdrop hunting plebs can get some free cash along the way. But it's not just about free money, honey, okay? It's about supporting projects like this, getting some cool exposure, and maybe this will be the next big thing that really does solve scalability and takes off. I want to be there, and I want to stack some coins along the way. They have 3 unique things right here: abstraction, solidity, and Viper, built with an LLVM compiler. Try to keep up with the acronyms. I'll see you on Rust. It's a 1v1. I hope you brought your Scar.
1v1 me, bro. It's just you, me, and Rust.
But enough of the technicals. I'm a little tired of the technicals. RIP to the technicals. So I'm not going to cover the complete basics of really installing the add-on MetaMask and going through the bare bones setup with that. We've got an older video guide on that will get you up to speed and the basics of all that. But you know, it's a browser-based web wallet. You put it in your browser, you get a private key, you own your coins. It's a good time. zkSync has been integrated with Gitcoin for quite some time. Projects integrated with Gitcoin and working with them and kind of enveloped in that sphere are notorious for not only cryptocurrency airdrops, but lucrative ones. And how do I make this my real average hourly rate? Because I'm trying to sign up for that. So we've had some grants over on Gitcoin over the years. I really encourage you to make your own grant, bring it to market, or support others because they have their matching system where just a couple bucks could be worth 50, 100 bucks for projects. I added this grant to my cart to show you something. But basically it's funding public goods, things like that. It's a lot of fun. You learn about a lot of great things. And if you look out through this little list right here, you'll see a lot of airdrops were associated just with this support. And some of these were born out of Gitcoin and then brought their own token to market. So I've got the grant here and I skipped a couple steps, just keep it simple. I'm gonna send 0.01 ETH to my grant here, 0%. We're not in an active grant round with matching and things like that. But what you can see here is the zkSync checkout. Okay, so I'll connect my MetaMask. And what happens here is I'm on the Ethereum mainnet. And I click checkout and nothing seems to be happening, right? So I refresh, I try again. Now I get the page I'm looking for. Pay with zkSync using their ZK rollups. Basically, it's their take on like optimistic rollups, layer 2 scaling solution. And so we proceed. So this pushes us through the checkout function here. So I'm spending 0.01 ETH. And then I guess I got sucked back into the matching pool, whatever, I'll leave it. And then I get charged 16 cents in fees. So here's the deal. I'll click ETH Connect and I'll use MetaMask, which that already is kind of confusing. I connect here and now I'm in. I sign this transaction, access the zkSync account. So I'm logging in with MetaMask, but I need to activate my account here. So what exactly does that mean? So I sign here with my pub key. I already have some Ethereum on zkSync network for layer 2 balance, which I'll explain why exactly that is, but it's airdrop hunting. So 2 transactions at play here. It's going to cost me $2 in fees now, and we can see all 4 of these transactions take place. Very easy when you know really where to click and the basics of it, and pretty simple and pretty straightforward. But this isn't a video about me sending Ethereum to myself, okay? And it's also not a video about the really cool Simpsons Treehouse episode where they had an anime version of it done by the studio that completed Death Note, and they get a death tome in the Simpsons episode. That was sick. Like, seeing anime version of a Homer Simpson is really funny, just pretty epic, and just, I don't know, that was a very fun take on that one. But this has been completed. So now I have exposure on Gitcoin and things like that. Great. I've used the zkSync checkout function and in conjunction with Gitcoin, kind of checking off just some boxes for potential airdrop eligibility, right? But to bring it back to the basics of this and use their, tutorial page, right? So added funds to MetaMask, right? So we go to wallet zkSync, and let's kind of go through this. This is so confusing that they don't just have a MetaMask icon, but it's an Ethereum wallet. It sounds like just a generic thing that would be a thing. Like, oh yeah, you got to have the Ethereum wallet. No, like the Ethereum wallet has multiple options. For example, MetaMask here. And so I've got some ETH already here, but let me top that up. You could buy with a credit card, not recommended. You could use an exchange, not recommended. You could use these bridges, like the official zkSync bridge. Yeah, that sounds like something I want my address to run through for potential airdrop eligibility, for sure. However, I will say that this gas fee is very high right now. And just today, I checked again earlier, I sent the same amount of Ethereum to the zkSync network, and it cost me 34 cents. This cost me a whopping $5. But I'm glad we got EIP 1559, which a lot of the BS marketing for that was it was supposed to solve Ethereum gas fees, and you saps fell for it. Oh, and let's delete mining. You know what? I'm not going down that road today. I'm done. I'm done with all that.
Done.
So we have this transaction processing, but let's complete a couple more transactions. I've already used Orbiter. I'll show you that one here in a second. We'll pull up Layer Swap, and apparently the rumor Zigzags got some airdropping in the future as well. So let's click over here, connect the wallet. MetaMask is what we're looking for, and we'll go ahead and sign this. And now we need to go ahead and send, I'll go ahead and send 0.01 Ethereum here across the way from Ethereum mainnet to zkSync. Remember, this is a two-way street. You can always bring your Ethereum back, but your gas fees are unfortunately lost forever. We burn it up right now in the name of science.
It's science.
Okay, I didn't waste all this Ethereum by accident. Sucks. We have Layer Swap. It's a bridge. Layer Swap is utilizing network to an exchange and exchange to a network. So I'm not really interested in doing this right now, but here's just the heads up and understanding of this, just so you can just know and be familiar of these options. Looking at the ecosystem on zkSync, let's kind of get out of this jumping into these potential airdrop eligibility things. We look at all these different decentralized applications, and you'll quickly see that really nothing of interest is live on zkSync because their mainnet isn't really live yet. So let's check it out, right? We have all these different things, and really all you'll see that has a live name next to it is pretty much a wallet or some kind of checkout function, right? A centralized exchange is hardly a piece of the ecosystem. I mean, it is and it is. It's just not interesting from my point of view, generally speaking. It's also not interesting from an airdrop hunt point of view. But pretty much you see wallets and bridges. One of the ones that sticks out is mute.io, which is supposed to be a layer 2 AMM, which is an automated market maker, DEX, decentralized exchange, and DeFi, sweet. And I never used Mute, so actually let's just investigate that real quick. So see, it wants to take us to the testnet. And to be honest, I'm just not really interested in going. So it says live, it's live on the testnet.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, Ultraverse. Ultraverse is a metaverse city with immersive experiences where users are able to build out their plots using tools on the platform. Ultraverse launched this summer and say they sold over $3 million in plots in just 2 weeks. It has now grown to 6 community centers, including a shopping mall, library, and a business central. Users can select or import different avatars into the metaverse and chat using the platform. They also have their own NFT marketplace, which is built on the Binance Smart Chain and will integrate into Ethereum and Polygon soon. Ultraverse recently launched their integration of KISS FM radio within the city, as well as billboards, which give brands a unique way to promote their products. To learn more about Ultraverse, check out the link in the video description below. This is not financial advice.
I do want to bring up one thing, one dApp that you see here, and that's going to be 1inch. 1inch is congratulating zkSync on the successful testnet release. Make a screenshot, right? Guess who's going to have zkSync support on the mainnet the second it's possible? You guessed it. It's going to be 1inch. They're clearly buddies. They're clearly in bed together. Something to know and be aware of, and that good things are on the horizon. Plus, 1inch basically gained all of their initial popularity because of their airdrops, dropping thousands of dollars on their users. Light themes, the worst. So, Orbiter Finance, that's I touched on it briefly earlier. It's a bridge, and so you can bridge your Ethereum around here, and so just for example, if I wanted to send 0.1 Ethereum, need a point there, and send it along the way. Let's just compare the gas here. So this one estimates an incredibly lower amount, but it looks like I don't have the decimal place, which doesn't give me the exact comparison that I wanted. So let's try that again. And again, we get a $1 gas fee. So their bridge proving to be incredibly cheaper unless gas fees just dramatically dropped in the last couple minutes. This is the bridge I used earlier that also got me a 34 cents bridge fee. So this looks like the one to go with by far. And they also have a cool data board. God, who's turning on the light themes? So layer 2 data here, looking at layer 2 transactions. And we see Ethereum transactions kind of around like 1 million a day. And we see layer 2 total transactions almost touching it, which is really that's really crazy. That's really cool to see. Number 3 here is zkSync. A lot of people are airdrop hunting. This is heating up and getting more interesting than ever. But like, this kind of data is crazy. Obviously, people are probably familiar with Arbitrum by now and Optimism by now. We've talked about them a bunch, and we got videos that I'll link out down below if you want to get up to speed on those. But you see other layer 2 solutions with, barely 1,000 transactions a day. I could sit there and just pound transactions out all day and get myself on that list, right? It's not interesting. And I don't even mean, you should falsify metrics and things like that. But my point is, it's just not that crazy, right? I couldn't sit here and do 400,000 transactions manually today. I can't top Optimism by hand. So my point is this is really cool. This is mega bullish on these other chains. They're continuing to get more and more buzz, especially for airdrops, right? So the recommendation from airdrops over here is to use their testnet, complete a transaction on it, use their zkSync based dApps like Zigzag, which they're claiming is another potential airdrop. Orbiter Finance speculative airdrop, which is another one we showed and used. They already confirmed their tokens coming to market, right? zkSync token launch. Last week, Matter Labs Chief Procurement Officer Stephen Newcomb revealed in a Twitter Space call that details surrounding the zkSync token would be released early, like anytime around now. So the strategy, right? Get involved, participate. Move funds with Orbiter Finance. Move funds with the zkSync bridge. Trade on Zigzag. donate on Gitcoin, check out via the zkSync. So I haven't read this yet. I pulled it up. But, you know, we're talking about all the same things. You really should go the extra step and claim. I really dread test nets. I really do. Let's log into the portal, make sure we're not getting fished. We connect our MetaMask, and we have to do that? You can request a limited amount of tokens from our faucet for testing. Just click the button below, which will send the funds. The faucet will not work. You got me. Enjoy the free promotion, zkSync. We'll see if it's worth it, or if you just played your boy. So it looks like when I requested the faucet transfer, we see some Ethereum come in, wrap Bitcoin, link, USDC, and DAI. And when I click over to my wallet, all these numbers match up here as well. You know, it's pulling that data for us. So we got our funds, we'll follow along, and I mean, this is probably gonna be pretty typical here. We've got our test funds on their test net. Let's go ahead and connect our wallet. Try the unlock, switch the network. We're gonna need that test net. It's pushing it into our MetaMask, which is cool, you know, simple, easy, straightforward. So our testnet funds are showing in our account here, but I keep losing my connection to the RPC node. A little lame. Well, this doesn't really seem like it's working all that well for me, but what I can do is send a transaction to myself. Why? Why, you ask? I ask you, why not? Let's say I want to just use their wallet function because MetaMask is giving me a hard time with gas, right? So let me just send myself, you know, my USDC. So that's a quick crash course on the zkSync stuff. The number one thing is to get out there, get involved, get engaged. You will never get an airdrop if you never do anything. Furthermore, this is just an exciting development for the scalability of cryptocurrency. Whenever the next bull run comes, it's going to hit with a furious way because people will actually be able to transact in numbers, and they will be able to transact with cheaper fees than the way that Ethereum just truly pillaged us when we were paying literally hundreds of dollars worth of Ethereum in transaction fees, like all the time. Absolutely nuts. Just like you're nuts if you don't subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know anything I missed and what you want me to cover in the next video.